So what really happened was like, I knocked off, and I'm just like, oh, I was parking here. I was just telling my colleagues, I left my tag, the security tag, to open the gate. I'm like, and then my colleague was, "You're lying, you parked out of the gate." I said, "No, I left my car here. I left my car inside the underground secured parking." Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm gonna talk about how my car got stolen. My car was stolen on the 6th of December 2025. Yes, that's when my car was stolen. Who could have thought in the UK a car can be stolen? A lot of you guys, you don't lock your houses, you don't lock your cars. I know that. And funny enough is, I once did a video when I was talking about my stuff, like somebody has just got into my car at Tesco. So my banking cards were inside, and I found them on the seat. Like probably he didn't find, or she didn't find whatever she wanted in my car. And I said to my daughter, "Are you the one?" So apparently my car was a Peugeot 2008. It was a 2022 model. So it's those cars with them keyless starter. So nobody told me about having a pouch if you're using a keyless. Nobody told me about that. I didn't know about that, because it is said when your car keys, I don't have the car keys now, they are not in that pouch. The purpose of that pouch, I don't know which it makes it difficult for the thieves to sense it. It's called a Faraday blocking pouch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is used to block the signals. It stops radio signals from going in and out, so thieves cannot get into your car. It blocks the signal, right? Because I heard that they can just sense from wherever they are, even in your house. When you're hanging them by the door or wherever, be careful of where you put your cars. And it also prevents relay theft. It prevents your keys to communicate with your cars when it's inside the pouch. So it means there is no that interaction or communication or integration between the car keys and your car. Like what I was telling you, when I was with my daughter, she forgot something in the car, and I said, "Go and take your plastic bag in the car." So when she went there, I opened the car. When I was far from the car, it opened, but I immediately locked it before she closed the door, or I don't know what happened. And I thought, because what my car used to do is, like, when I just walk away from the car, when I have my keys, they communicated, and my car could just lock. That's what I was using. If I walk away from my car just a few meters, it will lock. Saka, that Faraday pouch now, it prevents all those things from happening. I didn't have all that. Didn't know. A lot of people are buying cars from finance. Mine, it's not a lie. I got it from finance, from Peugeot dealership. So I know I've been encouraging you, if you afford, just get what you afford. Just get the car that you want, right? So I got my car, it was automatic and everything was well. I could afford my premiums and so forth, but I never thought my car would be stolen after, wow, almost 2 years of having it. 20 years, almost. So what happened now is, I went for my night shifts. Then after work, I had an appointment in London for my daughter's teeth that night, because we had an appointment in London. So what happened is, I packed my bag because I wasn't going to go home, so I wanted to leave my car somewhere in Luton, because I never thought to because I've got permit to park anywhere in Luton because of my nature of my job. So I had packed my bag, and my husband was bringing my daughter after work, and woke up at 8 o'clock. So I said to my colleague, I don't have the sensor, this thing, the security thing for the gate. I want to go and take my bag and change because I'm going to London. So my colleague had to escort me, and I said, "Where is my car?" Have you ever looked for your car in the pocket? Guys, have you ever looked for a car in your pocket? Have you ever done that? That's what I did. And my colleague was like, Abigail, you're joking. I said, I'm not joking. Plus, we'll be like, our staff won't be too many, there won't be too many staff that night. Surprisingly, my colleagues, they had gone for a visit that night, and when they came back around 5, they saw that the car was there, because we've got a tendency that when we are going on visits at night, we check the cars, because we go like in pairs. Sometimes we check. The moment you get inside the car park, you really know that this one is there, because you see, we know each other by our cars. They actually said, we saw your car, it was there around 5 a.m. But after 7, I didn't see my car. And that's when we saw that it was serious. The car was gone. You start looking for a car in the pocket, in the bra. Why? Then everybody realized that no, the car is gone. Then the bosses, they came, because it was already 8 o'clock, the day staff was coming. Then my boss said, Abigail, we need to move on. The car is gone. Let's do all the procedural process. That's when we started the procedural process. I called the police and I called my insurance company to inform them. And it was taking long, I can tell you. Then life goes on. My husband was already on his way coming. Remember, I told you he was bringing my daughter, and then I went. I didn't stop my life. When I was at the train station waiting for the train to go to London, I started seeing transaction in my account, my card. Somebody said, why did you carry your cards in your car? Because you once made a video telling people not to do that. I told you I had a journey. I was going to London, so I needed my cards. It's actually not cards, really. It's just a wallet with cards. I needed my cards for some other transaction, and also my ID for where we were going. So that's why it was in the car. So that's how it was taken from the car. So I didn't have much valuable stuff. My work laptop, it was in the office. So it was just my clothes, my maiden shoes, funny things, my what else was in the teddy bear car, tote bag, in my coat. I've made some videos saying I'm looking for the same coat. Nothing much valuable that was in the car. So yeah, I don't know how they did that. Probably they scanned, they censored, like I said. I don't know. So there's CCTV footage in our workplace. Unfortunately, I couldn't get them. There's a procedural, and they need to be requested from the police and so forth. So when I was at the train station, that's when I started seeing all the shit. They were trying to use my card. So I didn't know that, but Lloyd's Bank actually called me and saying, are you the one who is using your card in a casino? Because I think they didn't know. Casinos, they prompt the banks anyway. And then I said no. That's when I said no. I said, do you want us to block it? I said yes. And then they blocked the card. Then I started blocking all my cards, my credit cards. The other one, they tried to use it in Sainsbury, in Luton. The other credit card, they used it in a certain funny shop in Luton. But I managed to block all of them. I think I only lost about 100. They didn't even reach 100. I think £60, because remember, when you are tapping, you can't do much. The transaction from Lloyd's, I blocked it. So I continued with my life. I didn't cry, to be honest. I continued with my cry. So my car was stolen in Luton, and then the police said, we have blocked your car from all the CCTV on the motorway. But obviously, I think these people, they know what they're doing. They will never go into the motorway when they steal these cars. My other colleague was saying his neighbor's car was stolen, and these cars, they take them to some other poor European countries like Romania, Poland, and unfortunately that it was a Mercedes-Benz. So when they called the Mercedes-Benz, so they found the car, I think it was in Southampton, when it was about to be loaded, and they removed the seats. So that's where they take these cars to. So I proceeded with my journey. I went to London. I did whatever I wanted to do. Then I came back. Then That's when I thought of it. Should I send a message? Should I tell the public, considering my position as a public figure? But I told myself, I don't care, because this is the truth, it's not content. So I posted it around 12, then I went to bed. Right now I can tell you where I stand. I'm not even looking for that car. I don't even check where it is, or even if I see it was a red color, orange color, you can see it anyway. But to tell you the truth, I've never bought that. I have a colleague who used to say, Abigail, oh, what's the registration number? I just saw a car like yours. Because it was a unique color. It was orange like this. So yeah, I don't look for it. So here's the police. I found, to be honest, my review on the police service, I didn't like it. They never contacted me for 1 week. Then later on, I had an email. No, one called me, then gave me the police reference number, the case number, and then said, oh, and an email came saying, I will be investigating officer. My name is blah, 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 blah. Do you want to tell me anything? Do you want me anything? I said, oh, at my workplace, I've never seen the CCTV footage. I wanted to see it for the sake of my colleagues, not myself. Even my colleagues are the one that they wanted, because then they also have cars. Okay, but that day the gate at workplace was not working, so yeah, there's a gate. So I didn't see any CCTV footage up to today. The police, I told them about the casino in Luton, and then they said they managed to see the person who used my card, but I never followed up because I was now chasing the insurance company. This is what I want you to know about insurance company. Most of us, when we're looking for insurance company, what we chase price. It's not about price. I learned a lot. It's about those little tiny T's and C's that we do not read. They are very important. Expensive insurance, for sure, when you are in a problem, you'll find that it is good. Number two, I did not even insure my stuff in the car. For now, I now know it's important, because I should have recovered from that. Anyway, I will not say the name of my insurance company, but what I've learned now is some of these companies are not insurance company, they are brokers. I want you to go on Google and say insurance company in UK versus brokers, which act as insurance company. You will see a shock of your life. You'll find that there are only few insurance companies, real and direct ones, and the other ones are brokers. What do I mean by brokers? Is like they intermediate, sort of like when you're selling, I say, okay, like they're agents anyway, like flight agents. We know them, Dreams, eDreams, Fly With Us, or Podo. Those are agents. You buy a ticket from them, but they go and buy from the airliner. So I encourage you to buy from the buy from the airline direct. So it's more like I use the other one, the frontliners, because they've got a name of an insurance company or a name of a flight services. You would think that, yeah. So that's the same thing that happens in insurance. So they've got names of insurance companies. So you think that, so you will see this when you're in a problem like what I did now. I was now about to claim. That's when you see the reality now. Okay, fine, they took all the details, and if you don't follow them, if you don't toma them, if you don't be at their back, they will not act at all. So I'm very grateful. It took only about 10 days for my claim to be approved. Guys, the stress that I have was like, my car, let me talk in terms of figures. When I was putting down the value of my car, it was telling me that my car is around £13,000. Now I was now thinking of the financial profile versus what I was getting on the paper. Because remember, if you can put your registration number and Google what is the value, it was giving me about 12,000 to 13,000, and versus what I was owing. It was not making sure to the financial provider. It was not making sure. Then okay, fine. So that's where my fear was. But they told me to inform the financial provider that this is what has happened, found them, and then they organized the settlement figure. The settlement figure, what I was saying versus what I was googling, there was something else. There was a difference of about a lot. There was a difference of more than 5,000, more than 4,000. So it was quite a lot. Okay, fine. What was to happen now? So I gave the insurance company the settlement figure because they requested it, and they said they would take about 3 working days to investigate and whatsoever. And fortunate enough, they investigated, and I was crossing fingers. I was prepared to be paying the difference, to be honest, guys, but it didn't work like that. They settled everything. I'm telling you, you would think it's a lie. They settled, and I was left with a change. Which means that's the figure that they came up with, the value of my car. So yeah, I was so much happy. And once it is done, it's not like I'm looking for a car. I've never heard from the police from the last time they communicated with me in December, like mid-December, 17 December. I've never heard from them. I don't know. They only told me, the last update I had was that they've seen the person who used my card, and that was that, and up to date, and that's it. So once I'm settled, obviously, even if I see the car there, it's not my car anymore, so I won't be bothered anyway. So they give you 3 months, the insurance come on for you to get another car, and I said to them, I'll never do that. I want a break. That's what I told them, because I fought with them in another angle. This is what I want you to know, where I was saying they are financial, they are brokers, they have some are brokers, some are insurance companies. This is where I want you to see now. So my insurance was running from May to May. Remember, it will be 1 year. Of course, I was paying installment. I was paying £100, to be honest with you. So when they settled me that plan with my friend, the money doesn't come to you, by the way. It goes straight to them to settle the finance. They settle them after getting my change now, and I thought it was over. No, it was not over, because my insurance was for 1 year. My contract with them 1 year. That's when I was saying you need to read these things. So it was running from May to May, and then they said you still need to pay us. You still need to continue with your installment of £100 till May. So I had 5 months to pay them. So I said, why? Because you've settled me. 1 hour on the phone, I can't pay because I've settled. That will be in your mind, because when they are reading you the T's and C's, that you, in the excess money that we take, that 150, that 250 excess money that we pay in case of emergency. I didn't even know what was this all about. So yeah, but at least for the time I've been in UK, I'm just glad that I've paid enough money to the insurance companies. My first car, second car, third car, and I also managed to make this car. I also made the claim. Remember, when I showed you that I kissed another car, I also claimed, and they sorted the car nicely, that same car that was stolen. So from this company, I'm sure they were tired of me, but I was so grateful. This money, it covered all the monies that I paid while I was here. Then there is an issue that says, hey, your premiums will go high. That's a lie. Maybe it depends. It's true. I can't say it's a lie. It's true, but it depends also how many years you've been driving and all those things. I don't know. To be honest, I told you I was paying 100. And my current insurance, I'm paying £110. I'm telling you, £110 because my car, when I'm here, I put a lot of people. I put my husband, I put my brother as well. That's what we always do. Every family member, will make them drivers of every car that is in this house. So that's why, probably. But this is it. And I've seen someone saying it goes up with little. It doesn't go up much. It goes up with 110. So yeah, I managed to speak to the insurance, and then that's when they told me that, my dear, we are not the insurance company. You search for insurance company, and then you find the cheapest from us. We go and get it from another insurance like Admiral. Admiral is one of the real insurance companies. I'll mention it. We go to Admiral, we get it for you in cash. We come back to you, we say pay installment because we've paid for you. So that's what they do, because we run away from cash. Remember, cash is cheap, so that's what they do. So he ended up having those things, those insurance company. Mine was Hastings, so you end up having those ones that are expensive. So yeah, and I don't know. So overall, my feeling about this, my husband was more devastated than me, and yeah, he was more affected than me. I don't know. I just said everything happens for a reason. Sometimes God wants to teach you something. Sometimes God wants to upgrade you. So that's how I took it, to be honest. So That's how my car was stolen, and that's how I managed to know a lot of things. The other thing that I learned about this is we must do some gap insurance. What is a gap insurance? A gap insurance is the insurance that covers the financial provider and the insurance company. That difference, remember I told you, when I'm talking of the figures, I'm saying that when I researched how much my car, myself, on the internet, it was being about 12,000. When I was thinking now from the financial provider how much I was owing, probably I'm owing 18,000. So now imagine if the financial provider had given me 12,000 and I'm owing 15,000 to the financial provider. This 3,000 you pay it yourself. You have to set it yourself, which means you might continue to be paying a car that is stolen, but you continue to pay installment. So when you take the gap insurance, it's called the gap insurance. It's a once-off. You pay the gap insurance. I don't know how much they charge, installment or whatever. So the gap insurance will cover the difference, the gap that is in between after you have claimed and maybe the car has been stolen, what you've been given by the insurance company and what is needed by the financial provider. That gap is covered by the gap insurance. So these are the important things. Number one, find out if it is insurance company. Number two, normalize insurance your positions. Number three, have gap insurance. We don't know when it will happen. We don't know. So these are the things that I've learned and which are very important as well. Would I have left something? No. Did you buy another car? I'll show you in the next video what I discovered, especially when you're buying on finance, and I'll show you my car. Okay, see you on my next video, guys. Continue to share, comment. If you've got a question, I'm going to answer it. Bye for now.